Hello everyone, it's Ryan from Ryan Plans, and today I brought you my whole planner stacks for 2024. And so I wanted to share with you guys like what planners I use for what purposes and how I am using each planners. Okay, so the first planner I wanted to share with you guys is my Common Planner N2. This is my main planner. It used to be my everyday carry, but I had to change a few things a little bit, so I'll explain as I go. I did do a detailed video showing you guys of the setups of this planner, and I did a flip through as well. So if you are interested in watching that, I will link the video down below. This planner is housed in Libertas Chevrolet leather in the color Etude. And so I got the Common Planner N2 in the color mauve, which is a really pretty pink color, and I have the January vellum as a cover. So I have a little decoration here. I always keep this Days of the Week sticker from Sterling Ink in here because I use it every day. I have a little decoration calendar with an inbox here, my index with key and icon, my vision board here, and then the quarterly page, I use it as a work productivity on the left side, so I track my work performance and rate it myself based on the grading system I have made myself. And then on the right side is my habit tracker, and I have a little bookmark that I use in between here. For the monthly, I use my monthly extensively, so I use it from events, appointments, my work things will be in here, my payday, holidays. So when I eat out, I will also put that in there. And whenever I have meal kit, my Happy Meal. So whenever I get a packages, I do put that in my monthly because sometimes I like to reference back, like if I want to know when did I order last on certain things, that's when I look at my monthly to track down my last orders. So that's my December monthly, my January, and my February is still in progress as we are in February right now. And so this is my weekly. On the left box, this is where I copy over everything that I write on my monthly will be copied over here. And then on the right side, I have my finance log. And originally, right side of this weekly spread was for my work. I wanted to separate my work from my personal daily logs and decided to add a Happy Meal in the bottom. And I like to track my yoga in here. I do have a separate page where I track my yoga for the whole year, but I wanted to add that into this weekly so that it kind of gives me more motivation to work out. And I also track my mood and health right on the right side here so that I can visualize my mood and health of the week and how the week went. And the AM PM right here, I have AM PM routine that I have made for myself, so I also track that on this weekly as well. So for my blank pages in the back, I use it as a daily logs and as well as for my collections. So I have few things that I collect, like my savings. I like to track my dogs, like whatever that she got, I like to track that. I also track her vet visits. This is the spread I was talking about. I track my cycle and yoga as an yearly instead of monthly. I have few collections like this throughout the whole planner. I rigged up my fountain pen. This is the Moonman's A2 dupe of Vanishing Point, but they use plastic body, so it's much lighter. Now I did order Pilot Vanishing Point, which is on the way. So I might do like a little comparison, like a little short video of what's different, what's same, if it's worth the money. Because this was about $30, and Vanishing Point I believe is like $160, I want to say, plus tax. So this daily logs, I've been doing this sort of style of dailies ever since I started bullet journaling 5 years ago. So it has pretty much stayed consistent. So that's how I use my main planner. Now this used to be everyday carry. The reason why I am calling it main planner is because I changed a few things in here. So I used to carry this planner everywhere I went. Whenever I go out to get my errands done, especially when I'm taking my dog with me, I don't carry necessarily like a large purse. I like to just carry like a smaller crossbody bag, and I made sure that this the bag fits this planner specifically. So I chose a bag size that fits this planner. So it does fit. Well, I have to basically haul this around on my shoulder with other things, and it just became too heavy. So I decided to get a passport planner. This is so cute, by the way. When I got it yesterday, I screamed. I literally screamed because it was so cute. So to give you like a size comparison, it's really, really small. It's slightly narrower, but not by much. But it's a lot shorter, obviously, like you can see here. And this is a compact. So Sterling Ink's Common Planner Passport only comes in compact, which means you have everything in the front, but the note pages, you just have less note pages. I think it has like 121 pages, note pages. And which is fine because for my purposes. So the way I'm going to use this is whenever I am going out for like a short turn. So whenever I take my dog with me, I am going to take this planner instead of my everyday carry. So this has become my main planner now, my N2, and I'm going to use this passport instead whenever I don't want to take the main planner. So it's going to be like a mini version of my planner. So I just got it yesterday. I don't think I'm going to decorate so much, but I did put a little sticker here. And so that's the Southern Belle plans, and this is paper planning. And I literally just left everything in the front empty. Like, I don't know how I'm going to use this. I might not. I think I might just leave it blank. I don't know. I haven't really decided since I got it yesterday. But this basically has everything from my main planners monthly. So I transfer all of that in here. So I did all of them. But I did not decorate any of this, so I don't think I'm going to decorate as much in here. This is going to be more of a functional, very minimalistic with just pen, maybe a little bit of a highlighter to take with me whenever I cannot or don't want to take my main planner with me. So I did do all the monthlies up to like December, and I started adding things in my weeklies. So I did back plan a little bit. So on the left side, I'm going to have whatever that I have in my monthly, I have it on the left side, but I also put my I'm doing finance log on the right side. And this is all I'm gonna do for now. But whenever I take this planner with me and I have to update a daily logs, right? I think that's when I'm going to use the back pages. So I did like a front decoration here. But so if I have to take this planner on a grocery shopping, I want to write down like, oh, I remembered a to-do list to do at home when I get back, right? When I get back home, I have a to-do list. I'll just, write it in here. If I want to doodle, I'll do it in here. I'll when I'm out and about. Just journal. I think I'm going to journal here. So this is going to be serving me as like write anything you want, whatever you need, sort of things. And that will be either transfer over to my main planner or my other planners as needed, or it might just stay here. I haven't really decided, but I know how I want to use the back pages though, at least. And I have it in the clear cover. This is also from Sterling Ink. And I bought a Libertas leather cover for Passport. So it is coming in the mail. Now this little booklet, it's even cuter because it's so thin. So I used to, in the main planner, let's go back to my monthly. So I used to have a sticky note every single future months, I should say. So the sticky notes contained all the future appointments and events that hasn't happened, and I like to put it in the sticky notes because a lot of things get changed in my life, especially with appointments and stuff. So if I put it inside my planner and if it gets changed, I have so many things that I have to cross out eventually, and then I won't have any more space to put the actual events that is happening on that day. And that's why I started with the sticky note. The problem with the sticky note was it started become way too crowded on certain months that I had a lot of events and a lot of things going on. Sterling Ink was restocking on this Passport booklet, the monthly. I thought, you know what, I will buy one of this and use this as a pre-planning. So this basically have all the stuff of all of the appointments, all of the events, everything that I have made, it's in here. If it gets crossed out, it gets crossed out. I mean, it's a pre-planning, so I don't really mind making it messy. And if I don't have any space, I could just, like do like a little squishy line and then even write it all over the place and things like that. And in the back page, I'm just going to use this back page as a wish list for anything that is not urgent. So eventually I have to order more sticky notes from Vistaprint, so I put it in here, but it's not urgent. I don't need it right now, but I would like to get more sticky notes in a way. So anything like that. Or if I have to do something, but it's not time sensitive, then I think I might use the little bit of a note pages, because I think it has very small, it has 19 pages of note pages. So I think that's how I'm going to use it. And the best part about having this booklet as a pre-planning is that I can house it in here inside my N2 whenever I take N2. But if I want to take just this planner, I mean, I have my leather cover coming, but until then I'll just take it like this. When I get my Libertas cover, I will have both of them housed in here as I go. So like this little booklet will be transferred over depending on what planner I will be taking. So that's the purpose of this little booklet. So this is just for pre-planning. It's gonna get pretty messy as the time goes. That is the whole purpose, so that I don't make too much mess on my main planner and my Passport. So that is how I'm going to use this. The next one I want to talk about is my B6. When I first got my main planner, I didn't have any space to journal in my main planner. So I thought, okay, I'll get a notebook and I'll journal separately, which is totally fine, because I usually just journal at nighttime, like before I go to bed, basically. So I decided that I will get a pretty mauve notebook so that this B6 matches my main planner. And at that time, the 5-year diary was going to launch, and I was super excited. It was my first time getting my 5-year diary, and I was like, okay, I want gold edges because gold edges sort of reminds me of like a Bible, and I wanted that gold edge look, especially for my 5-year diary. And I wanted a caramel cover. I really wanted a caramel cover with gold edges. Comes the actual launch date that the website is live with the 5-year diary. I was working and I logged in 1 hour after it launched, and the caramel cover with gold edges has been sold out within 1 hour. I did not have any choice but to get a different 5-year diary. And so I could have gotten a caramel cover with white edges, but because I wanted gold edges so bad, I went with my second choice, which was forest cover, which I really like. But that sort of threw me off because I wanted a caramel cover of something at that time. So I scratched the idea of getting a notebook because the notebook only had black and pink cover. They didn't have caramel cover as a notebook. So I ended up getting a planner instead of a notebook. So here it is. And I hope this story is as short as I could have made. So this is my B6 planner. It has become my memory keeping / reflection / journal. And this is another Libertas cover I really, really love. It's another Chevrolet leather and in the color lichen. This cover is a little bit more sheeny than my eTube, as you can see. It has a little bit of sheen, but this one is almost even like sparkly under the light. It feels like it's not really sparkly, but that's how it looks under the light. And I really like it because I like anything that's glittery and sparkly. So I told you that story, and then you look at my first cover and the caramel cover is gone. So when I got this March vellum, this is March, I got subscription kit just a few days ago. When I got the March subscription kit, I was so happy because the vellum was so pretty, right? But the idea behind of you having this March vellum was that I thought this, you see this all this white part, I thought that was gonna be transparent. So I was so excited about this design and the flowers and how well it's going to match my caramel cover. I didn't even test it out. I immediately took out my paper cutter, started cutting into sizes and put it assembled it into this cover. And after I did all that, I look at it, I'm like, oh, it's really opaque. You can't really see my caramel cover anymore. So I was a little disappointed. But the more that I look at this cover, it's so pretty that I fell in love with it and I did not want to take it out. So I ended up, after wanting that caramel cover for so long, I ended up covering it up. But if you look here, wouldn't that have been really pretty? If that caramel cover was the background to all these pretty flowers and shapes. Well, that was the idea behind it at first. That was what I was going for. It didn't work that way, but yeah. So I did decorate from front to back of this planner when I first got it. And you're gonna see a lot of his picture. He is one of my favorite person in the world. He's a member of the K-pop boy band group called The Boys, and his name is Sonu. And I just love him to pieces. And whenever I see his picture, whenever I see his face in the pictures like this, it just makes me smile. He just makes me so happy just by existing. So just like my dog, just by his existence, I am very happy when I look at his face. And so I do decorate a lot of my planners with his pictures just because I am so fond of him. And these are all postcards that I saved over the years, and I thought it was a great place to decorate and make it into a little bit more of me, I did make this postcard as an envelope style, so like I can take it out. And I really like how this like photo of his face peeking out like that. So that was the idea behind why I made this into envelope. And I have more of his picture on the next page. Have a little calendar with an inbox here. I don't really use this inbox, even though I should, because it's so pretty. This is all the December stickers from Sterling Ink with the December sticky notes. But I don't use this inbox because I only take out this planner at nighttime before bed. So it just doesn't get used. But I should, because it's so pretty. This is the blank page that I turned into my reading log. So basically I will print the book cover with my Canon selfie square. And I put like the dates and whether I finished it, or if it's unfinished book, like the author's still writing it, then I will just notate that so I can go back to read it when the author finally finished the book. So I'm going to basically fill the whole pages by the end of December. If I run out of space, I don't really know what I'm going to do right now, but that's that. Here is my goal breakdown. I did divide it into 6 different things. I really had trouble writing my goal breakdown pages. I personally don't like to separate it into like all these little boxes. And I don't know, whenever I have a goal written down in words, or if I have it in an essay form, I am motivated. When I look at this, I get stressed out for some reason. I don't know. It just becomes too overwhelming for me. I don't like to look at these pages. Even though it gave me a really good idea of like what my goals are for this whole year, I don't really like to look at it. For my quarterly, I absolutely love this idea of having a mood and health tracker. Now, I do track this now into my main planner in weekly section, but this is where it was originated from. I started actually tracking my mood and health in B6 first. And so basically I have my mood, like January, February, March of the mood sections here, and then I do my health on the right side. And then after 1 month, I will average it out. And then here is my monthly. I originally copied down all of my monthly from my main planner onto this planner as well. And then I realized, because I only open this planner at nighttime before bed, there is really no point of me duplicating the monthly in my main planner onto this. So I changed it, since this is a memory keeper and like a reflection journal type of planner that I'm using for, that I decided to put highlight of the day in this monthly. And so there is my December monthly. I have my January monthly here, and I am continuing. I forgot to do yesterday, so I will get that done today. I don't like to back journal much, but for this monthly, if I miss a date, I will fill it up the next day. So that is how I'm using my monthly. I've been really happy. Now the weekly, I still don't have a good idea of what I want to do for my weekly still. So for the first week, I tried a little task in the front, on the top, and then I based on the time. So I did like based on all the time, and I didn't really like it looks so messy, and it's just not my style of weekly. So I went to do horizontal instead. This spread is inspired by Paper Test design. So I did a little vertical schedule. I put like my meals, bills that's due, shopping, and Happy Meal here. I absolutely love this layout, but I didn't continue to use this layout because it's an almost exact copy of my main planner, and there really is no point of me keeping 2 planners with 2 same weeklies. It's just extra work for me that is not serving me any purpose. So I scratched that idea, even though I absolutely loved it. If I didn't have this main planner and if this was my main planner, I probably went similar layout to this. So I changed it a little bit. I've divided into 3 different sections. I totally disregarded time because the time thing just doesn't work for me. I don't like that. So I did AM here, work, and then PM here. And then for the weekend, I did AM, weekend, and PM. And I did like this layout, sort of. I wasn't 100% happy with it, but I did like it. It sort of worked. So I continued to have the same layout until here. I added a little finance. I really love having my finance log everywhere. It just helps me reduce all the shoppings that I do. I mean, I think it does. And it just gives me an overview of how much I spent per week and just a good reminder that, okay, stop spending any more money because you've spent enough, sort of thing. So I did have my finance log, and the finance log is actually a good way for me to figure out like how my days went, like what kind of days I had. So I did that layout until here, and then I watched Catherine from Sterling Inc.'s video on how she's using her planner, and I really wanted to try her layout. So she said she put a line on that where this little box starts on this left side of this weekly. Put a line over it. So she'll have like to-do list here, and she'll have all these empty spaces for whatever that you need. And I was like, I think I'm gonna try that in there. I haven't really did. Yesterday, I got my passport planner and I was transferring all those data that I totally forgot to do my planner update yesterday. So it's blank. But as you can see, there's like a line here, empty space. I'm gonna see how that works. And I did do a little more layout. Like I did draw that. Bills, food, shopping, and Happy Meal here. I'm going to put all my work thing that goes in my main planner here as well. And I'm thinking about doing like mini daily logs with all the to-do lists that is not repeated in here or something. I don't know. But the idea behind this layout is eventually for next year. So for 2024, it's too late, but I would like to combine my main planner with journal if I can. So I'm going to really try to see if I can fit all my daily logs and my work and everything in this main planner into the B6. I don't know if it's going to work, but if it does, then I can just carry one book instead of having 2 different systems with all this. Because this is a little too much for me right now, with me having a separate passport planner that I take. And then so for the week after that, I did another one of Catherine's layout. Instead of having Thursday through Sunday here, I moved that over, divided it into half and moved that over here. So I will have my daily logs here. And on the right side, I have all the whole page and freedom to do whatever I want on this right side. So I'm going to test these 2 pages out. Like all these little categories might change. It could be different. But I'm really going to try and see if I can fit this whole planner, like especially my dailies and my work stuff, into here separately or whatever, and make it into one planner system. That is the goal. So I have those 2 layouts here. In the back, this is where I journal. So the B6 vellum comes from subscription kit every month. And I did a little vellum here with a peekaboo window with the window sticker. And I just stamped 2024, do more of what makes you happy. And my journal starts. I hand letter myself with Pilot 912 FA nib. And this dated stickers are from Sterling Ink. So here is my journal. For the January, I decided to do different brown inks every day. And what I do is I basically just put stickers first and then divide the line in the middle and then do a vertical like journal just like this. And then after the ink dries, I erase the line out. So that's how I've been journaling, and I've been really happy with how everything looks. So it'll be from things like what I did that day to like my reflection of the day, anything that I learned, anything that I want to vent. If there are things that I wanted to buy, if I bought something, if something came and I was happy with it, if I didn't like it. So it just has my whole life. Like it's just like my brain dump before I go to bed. And this journaling actually really helps me like get better sleep because I basically pour all my things out and try to go to bed with an empty brain. So I've been really good until like 20th. I've been feeling pretty off towards the end of the month. So I skipped a few journals entries. And I decided not to get stressed about it. If I have to skip a day, I will skip a day. If I have to skip 2 days, that's what it's going to be. So instead of having to back journal every single day, if I miss it, I decided to just skip it. And so that's how my January ended. And here is my February. And for February, I decided to just use one ink at a time. So when I run out of ink, I am going to do a different brown inks and move on. Because I actually have a lot of inks, a lot of pens that I inked with different brown inks. So I'm going to use them up first. Here are my journal entries up to here. So this is the end of my journal entry. I don't have anything else in the back. I think I'm going to have a lot of pages in the back. So that's why I was thinking about combining into one planner next year. I could probably have a little bit for a collection and then still have plenty of pages for the journal. But that is my B6 planner, and I think I only have one last thing to show you guys. And that is my A5 5-year diary. This is going to be really short. So this is a Moterm cover in Vegetan leather in color apricot. So I know there are tons of Moterm lovers. I bought it because it was affordable. I heard it's a really good quality. Yeah, it's a nice cover. What I don't like, what I absolutely hate about this planner cover is this. You see that? You see how bumpy that is? This doesn't go away. Like, it lays flat, but it's super bumpy that when I write, it's really challenging. And so I absolutely hate the fact that they have this back pocket. This is the whole reason why it's really bumpy. It's because of this back pocket. And I don't know how many people loves this back pocket, but I absolutely hate it. I wish it was not there. And if it was not there, I think I would have actually liked this cover and kept it. But because of that, I bought another Libertas cover in this A5 size. I could not deal with this thing. I could take it out in the meantime, but since I have it, I will at least use it for a few weeks until the Libertas comes. And then I actually have my Moterm cover in Wick size and B6, and as soon as the Libertas arrived, I put those aside. I am not going to use them because they are all like this. They are like all this squishy bumpy thing that I absolutely hate. But so this is the 5-year diary that I was talking about. It is a bow forest green color with gold edges. And so this I just decorated with washi. I've never done this sort of decorating before. I do like how it came out. I did keep this Fiber Diaries decoration to minimal. So this spread is already on my Instagram. I did have some problems with stampings, and that's why it came all crooked. I should have put like a line before I sent it, but too late now. In here, I did a vellum here so that it sort of covers up the stamps because it does show pretty badly. And I did a same thing as I did in B6. This is my goal of the whole year, but I wrote it in the essay form. And I actually prefer this more than the little boxes. It's I don't know, for some reason this is not overwhelming. I love to read it and kind of get reinforced in the idea of what I wanted to achieve this year. But that box, it just becomes like a lot of tasks for me that I have to complete. I don't know why my brain works that way, but I just don't like that. So I have like all this empty pages that I can do yearly goals for every single year. So I have that. For the 5-year diary, before the January 1st starts, before the first day of each month, you get like a monthly, one page of the month that is going to start. So I made this into the goals of the month. I wrote down all my goals for January, and then I realized that I wrote too much stuff. So I listed this in February, you'll see. Instead of writing long sentences, I just made a list of everything that happened the day that I want to remember. And anytime that it has a special days, I did do a little title. So I did do every single pages, right, with like a little bit of stickers from Sterling Ink or Southern Belle plants, depending on my mood. And someday I didn't decorate it because I know that, you know, after 2024, I'm gonna do 25, 26, 27, and 28. And eventually it's going to have sticker here and there in certain pages. So I realized that I don't really need to do stickers for every single day of 2024. So I skipped it on a few pages. And I did not want to journal at all on 20th. So I did this. And I really like the decoration part, but now that I look at it from the future date, I wish I at least wrote something down. Like if I wasn't feeling well, at least I should have wrote like, I'm not feeling well, I'm not going to do anything, you know, instead of just having totally nothing, because this is not a good memory. Like I don't even know what happened on that day. So I am not going to do this anymore. Not because I hate the decoration. I actually love how the decoration came out, but just because I don't know what I did on this day unless I look at my other planners. So yeah, so I have decided to, even if I am super sick, I am actually going to write that I'm super sick and I don't want to write anything else. So at the end of each month, you also get another page of that month, and that's where I decided to do a reflection page. So for every year, every month, like for the whole year, I'm going to do my reflection on this. So in the beginning, I will have my goals. So this is my February goals, and then I will have my daily journals like that. And then by the end of the February, I will have my reflection here, and then like repeat goals, reflection. And then after the December is done, you get some blank pages in the back. So I put a February vellum on this one. Really like this mosaic tile thing. I stamped 2024 here. It looks a little more muted. And I just decided to do like a little photo diary of my dog whenever I take her photo for some reason. Something that that is memorable, I decided to take photo of her. I usually try to take a lot of photos of my dog. But this is the Canon Selfie Square, and I just print it out and do a like little diary entry. And I think I'm going to do like 2 photos per page. And so I did this 2024 so that when the 2025 comes, I'm gonna do another cover like this with 2025, and then continue this like a photo diary thing for my dog. So I mean, it's not necessarily just for my dog. I might have like my own picture in here, like my friend's picture, my family. So anything that I want to have a photo memory of, I will be posting that in here. I don't have a lot yet, but I mean, I have a lot of pages in the back, so I think that's how I'm going to use these blank pages. So that is my 5-year diary. So that is everything. Just a quickly, this is my order tracker that I have, that I started in 2019. So it just has like all my orders throughout the whole year from 2019 all the way to today. So yeah, that's just how I keep track of that separately. And so that is all for today. I hope you guys liked this video as well. If you guys have any questions or comments or any suggestions, comment it down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.